Hi, this is Michał Oleszczyk, aka Ralph Touchett, the officer on the Henry James group on Facebook. First of all, let me congratulate David on the idea of reading James aloud. I think it can be a lot of fun. Not only we can see each other, hear each other's voices, but also we can all share some of our favorite passages from James. This will be a heavily inflicted, heavily Polish accent inflicted James, a try of a reading of passage from a book of James that I'm reading right now, the Spoils of Poynton. I'm following the Library of America edition. This will be from page 217. This is the first chapter of the book, when Fleda Vetch finally meets Owen Gareth, the son of Mrs. Gareth, who is accompanied by Mona Brigstock, the horrid, crude girl that Mrs. Gareth despises, and Mrs. Gareth would very much like to see Fleda with Owen instead of Mona with Owen, and she directs the whole situation so that Fleda has some time to fall for Owen, indeed, because she falls for him. She falls for his simplicity, his stupidity in a way, and his physical presence. Okay, this will be the final, I think the two last final paragraphs of the chapter. The meeting of the two couples was sensibly awkward, and Fleda, who was sagacious, took the measure of the shock inflicted on Mrs. Gareth. There had been intimacy, oh yes, intimacy as well as puerility, in the horseplay of which they had just had a glimpse. The party began to stroll together to the house, and Fleda had again a sense of Mrs. Gareth's quick management in the way the lovers, or whatever they were, found themselves separated. She strolled behind with Mona, the mother possessing herself of her son, her exchange of remarks with whom, however, remained as they went suggestively inaudible. That member of the party in whose intenser consciousness we shall most profitably seek a reflection of the little drama with which we are concerned received an even livelier expression of Mrs. Gareth's intervention from the fact that 10 minutes later, on the way to church, still another pairing had been effected. Owen walked with Fleda, and it was an amusement to the girl to feel sure that this was by his mother's direction. Fleda had other amusements as well, such as noting that Mrs. Gareth was now with Mona Brigstock, such as observing that she was all affability to that young woman, such as reflecting that, masterful and clever, with a great bright spirit, she was one of those who impose themselves as an influence, such as feeling, finally, that Owen Gareth was absolutely beautiful and delightfully dense. This young person had even from herself wonderful secrets of delicacy and pride, but she came as near distinctness as in the consideration of such matters she had ever come at all in now surrendering herself to the idea that it was of a pleasant effect and rather remarkable to be stupid without offence, or a pleasanter effect and more remarkable indeed than to be clever and horrid. Owen Gareth, at any rate, with his inches, his features and his lapses, was neither of these latter things. She herself was prepared, if she should ever marry, to contribute all the cleverness, and she liked to think that her husband would be a force grateful for direction. She was in her small way a spirit of the same family as Mrs. Gareth. On that flushed and huddled Sunday a great matter occurred. Her little life became aware of a singular quickening. Her meagre past fell away from her like a garment of the wrong fashion, and as she came up to town on the Monday, what she stared at from the train in the suburban fields was a future full of the things she particularly loved. Actually, as I was reading it, I realized that it was exactly the last paragraph of the chapter. By the way, David or anyone, if you do share the same edition, I know that it's very offensive on my part to suspect that Library of America can make a mistake, but I'm really wondering about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9th line verse here. I mean, this young person had even from herself wonderful secrets of delicacy. I think there is a word missing there. This young person had hidden even from herself wonderful secrets. or is it a construction that I don't know? I would appreciate if anyone could check the last paragraph of the first chapter of Spoils of Poynton in this edition or any other, and maybe there is a mistake. Okay, I'm waiting for the readings by other people. Bye.